so much work from start to finish to understanding the business side, to understanding the music, to understanding yourself as an artist, to understand what you want to do, to understand how to get to people, to get gigs, to make money in different ways. What is passive income? Now I got to study business, to mixing and mastering. What sounds good? What doesn't sound good? These are things that you should know at least on a base level, so you can say this is quality.
Blank period, yeah. On my black, brown, and indigenous. Gotta holler if you really feeling this. Gotta holler if you really real enough. Other rappers is delirious. Yeah, it's really that serious. Better holler if you really feeling me. I gotta keep it 100, ayy. If you don't like it, then fuck it, ayy. We gonna win in the end, yeah, we gonna live in abundance. I gotta keep it 100, ayy. If you don't like it, then fuck it, ayy. We gonna win in the end, yeah, we gonna. I gotta keep it 100. We gotta stop all the stunting. You know we coming from nothing. Yo, you talking about money, you bluffing. We gotta do something different. We gotta change how we live in. We gotta do better for women. We gotta do better for children. We gotta listen to victims, whether Jewish or Muslim or Christian. It doesn't matter your religion. You gotta stand against the system, or else you just another villain. How you just sitting there chilling?
Good afternoon, everybody out there on the West Coast, East Coast, everywhere, Midwest, all over the fucking place. Spotify world, Anchor world, YouTube world, everyone out there. I'm so excited to have this guest on. He had some computer issues, but he got together, and this dude music is fire. And he also has a another rapper with him as well too. That's also with the label that they have together. The name of the label is Underrated Label Recording. I'm sorry, Underrated Label. I was about to read the whole bottom. But how's it going, Blaq? How's it going, Whoa?
My name Woo. What's good?
Woo.
I always be butchering that. We go Woo.
Yeah, I don't know how. Where you guys from?
From Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas,
Texas. Oh
Mhm.
shit! I got some people down there. Oh, Dallas, Texas is. I mean, there's a lot of great music out of Texas right now. A lot of great music. I interviewed a few Texas artists. One of my favorites, Moody Banks. I don't know if you guys know her. She's from Austin, Texas. She's like a soul artist slash R&B artist. Beautiful voice. One thing that draw me to your music that I really did like. I'm a wrestling fan as well too, Blaq, and I was like, oh shit, he got wrestling samples in this shit, yeah.
That's big for me.
Great flows and great samples.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. So how you guys started? Like, how did you and Woo get together?
We met in college, and he was it was his freshman year, and I was returning back. I think it was in between my sophomore and my junior year, and basically he was roommates with one of my friends that we know mutually, and we all just knew mutual people at that time, and we kind of like we was just always hanging out. So me and Woo, we basically just bonded over that. And the first time we met, he kind of heard me rap, and he was like, "Hey, bro, you cold with it." So it was just like that. That just bridged the gap over to where he always knew I could rap, and he was like a drummer. Like he's always got a music background. So
So word.
yeah, we talked about it and bonded over that, and then over time it got to the point where I got him in the studio with me, and I started with getting him to like do some of my hooks because he could sing too. And it's like he just was doing some hooks, and then next thing you know, it's like good a verse, and then next thing you know, Woo got his first album, My Name Woo, out. It just grew naturally.
Okay, hear you. What you say?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. What year are we talking? What year was this?
What year was that, Woo?
What year and which one?
We
Because the
met
whole thing was we met in 2016.
Oh,
2016.
okay.
Yeah,
Word,
yeah.
word,
That was the first time I ever met, bro.
Hmm.
word. And so you're like a music prodigy, Woo? Like you know drums and stuff like that?
I grew. That's the only instrument I know how to play. But I
Hmm.
play the drums. I've been playing the drums as long as I can remember. So I
Word.
know I'm always been around gospel. I was in the
Mm.
church just always playing the drums and holding notes from my mom. She was singing. We had a gospel band. It was called Charity. I was the youngest, so they wouldn't allow me to. I had to get better. I had to get a little older to, play for the group. But I was better
Right.
than the regular drummer, so I was just waiting my turn for real. So
Word,
when I
word.
got my chance, I showed up. But yeah, that's where I come from.
That's fire. Church artists and musicians. Church artists and musicians are
Hmm.
one of the greatest of all
Yeah, the
time.
greatest, really.
Once they leave and genre bend, they just bring a whole different type of scale to any genre.
Hmm.
The endurance is key too, because you need that, especially you playing live, and maybe
Hmm.
you're a swing band, maybe you're a jam band, or like to pull out nuance on the cover. Whichever
Hmm.
way you have that endurance, you can just play forever. Like I envy my little brother. He could play drums and he learned in church. I learned hand
Hmm.
percussion drums outside the church. So there's so much more for me to learn. But that kid is a beast. I saw few
Hmm.
clips of it. He's only 22 something years old. It's a shame I don't know the accuracy of my brother's age. I forget sometimes, but everybody does.
Yeah, I was gonna say me too. Sometimes.
Like Javon, how old are you again? But yeah, that's freaking dope, man. Do you start writing beats or
I haven't started. I really want to get into producing soon,
mhm.
but no, I'm just writing music, perfecting my craft as an artist right now.
Mm.
Yeah, so writing, freestyling, the different sounds I can make my voice do, stuff like that. But
Word.
then when I get that down pack, I'll branch out and go back to, creative bag, thinking on beats and instruments and stuff like that. I'm already ready to incorporate some in some songs. But time will tell, time is gonna do it. It's wonder. So I'm
Word,
just
word.
respecting the journey for me right now.
How's the scene down there for y'all?
It's so much untapped potential. We have everything at our hands at our leisure. We just got to go out there and go get it honestly, and then might make the right connections. We already have some solid connections. We just gonna have to um, make the right connection, as in we got something that they like. So
Mm.
boom, we're gonna be able to use we're gonna be able to use their platform, because what I'm saying, stuff
Word.
like that. They found the music. We found a way to get everybody to hear it. So
Word, word, word. I definitely want to listen to your project, because I love Black's project. That was what was I was listening to? I noticed you dropped a lot too, which is great.
Yeah.
You got BWO Volume 2, Black at the Beach. I listened to that, and like I said, I freaking love it. 20. It's only 24 minutes of your time, people that are listening, and it starts off with a intro called Savage, uh, which is amazing. I love that track. Your beat selection is incredible as well too. Um, I was taken back with your beat selection because it definitely showed a different type of like what kind of artist you kind of be. You know what I mean?
Right.
Um, some people just like take anything and be like, oh, I just got the flow, so I'm gonna.
Right.
But you actually like curating with like the bars and curating with a nasty ass beat.
Appreciate that's something I focus on. I really like that's important to me is choosing that beat because like the beat like one thing I know is people listen to beats a lot more nowadays
Mm,
and but I also know people also like artists tend to use kind of the same type of beats. So like my thing is if it's off the wall and it sounds good to me like where it'll catch someone off guard and that's the type of beat that I want to use. Something
Right.
that's not normally used. And Savage intro, when I heard it, I kind of knew it was one of those beats that everyone would like. Like it draws you in, honestly. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
that's one of my favorite songs too. So
And so, how do you guys feel? Because one thing you mentioned about which was great, is how like Breonna Taylor's killers are not put to justice at all right now. What do you think that there's any changes or hope? She has gotten justice yet, but you're seeing a lot of other unarmed Black people that have been either murdered or assaulted by the police, that they're slowly getting some victories. Do you think that this is changing, or do you think that we're still having a status quo of the way things go?
I personally believe they giving you what you want to see in a sense because
Yeah,
of
it's gonna change.
the show of outrage from people with the other convictions that didn't happen. Like
Right.
people are mad about that, so then they like, well, we got to give them something just to get them off our back, you know. And then you
Right.
got at the time that's coming up. It's election time for a lot of people, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like look at it like that. They kind of just, giving you something so you can, oh, maybe there is hope. Nah, it's not hope until everybody get that right situation.
Right.
Because we still got the other dude, I forgot his name. He going around on a tour after he
Yeah.
killed somebody.
Kyle
He,
Rittenhouse, that's
yeah,
crazy.
Kyle Rittenhouse. He been going on tour like he dropped that album. like he
Yeah,
he been
he
He
doing
really
got the
is.
number one album, bro.
interviews and chilling. Like,
And
it's
chilling,
just,
no way.
just like I'm gonna just be honest. Like, and neither one of us could have did that and be had that kind of treatment, you know. So it's like, no, I'm not gonna until it's really 100% fair. No, I don't think it's gonna change until and I, like they gonna give us these small victories though. Like they'll give us the one or two, but
Yeah, so they can win the war.
the major ones are not.
Mm,
No, yeah,
mm.
and it's
What
sad.
about you? Yeah, I agree. I agree so much. What about you, Will?
Woo.
Whoa.
But
Sorry.
nah, I piggyback on him, man. It's all really smoky mirrors, bro. It ain't, they got, they already got the country how they want it, just
Yeah,
by having just a way, just mentally or psychologically, just having to like um give up your time to live at a minimum. You
Right.
only people will be able to live how they want to live is how, if they get out the matrix.
Mm,
Um, so with that being said, why wouldn't they have everything else wrapped up? Like they had beat a lot of people with the Bible in their hands. So it's all psychological. It's all mentally messed up, as you could say. Like, but
mm.
yeah, I don't think too much gonna change. You just gotta keep living, unless there's gonna be another MLK or somewhere coming around here with.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like that's something that this what was the name? I was on this podcast called T Corner, and this he's like a CEO of like a poetry type of business that's going on, and he was saying that like basically what you guys are saying. You know what I mean? Everybody that I talked to about this subject, even black, white, whatever, they all have the same type of like um, understanding that they're just doing something now because the pressure applied, but that's just
Mhm.
one case compared to all the other cases.
yeah,
Um, so yeah, I mean it's deep. It's really deep, and we just gotta keep talking about it within our music. We gotta keep bringing it up, reminding them that we're not forgetting. Like you guys give us this, but Breonna Taylor, literally, she was what, a paramedic.
yeah.
Yeah,
Her husband or boyfriend shot back in self-defense, and then they tried to arrest him, then they let him go because it was self-defense. Like, why
Right.
no one is being prosecuted for that
Yeah.
at all? Like, it's crazy. But moving forward, another joint I really loved was Scholarship. I love the beat. I love I love the hook.
Appreciate it.
Yo, what inspires you to make this project? It's a fire project. I love how it's 24 minutes. Like it's
Well,
like, yo, get out your day. You can just bump it on repeat.
the crazy part about the project is Volume 1 inspired me to make Volume 2.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you heard Volume 1 yet. You probably love that one a little bit more because
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
a lot of people felt like that was their favorite one, you know?
Mhm.
So with Volume 1 setting the tone for like that was the one that got me a lot of looks. And people were like then tapping in because Volume 1 dropped. And they were like saying kind of the same thing you saying about this one. It was like the beat selection, the wrestling things, it's short and to the point. And it's like, well, Volume 2, I know I want to keep that same short and to the point, like get straight to it. This is what we doing. And
Right.
then but I dove a little deeper into my personal life on that one than I
Mhm.
did the first one. It was just because I had a lot going on, like I said, Savage Intro, lost my granddad
I'm sorry
last year,
for your loss.
but appreciate it. And he was like basically like my father. I was raised by my grandparents, so he's like my father, and I basically I didn't want to rap no more. I was about done. And then I had the people around me like Woo was always one of those people that was like,
That's
nah,
great.
this not what you know what I'm saying? So cause I
Pinnacle.
Woo would tell you all the time, like Woo my best friend, man. So like
Word.
if something happened, I kind of get in one of these funks and I realize I do. It's like every time he be the one to be like, just like that, like shake his head. Come on,
Bro,
man.
you
He
good, B? You good?
he look at me
Golly.
he look at it like I'm just being dramatic. I look at it like in my eyes, my world upside down, and I'm holding on.
Right.
Really,
And I'm
and
like,
he
bro,
like, it ain't
it's
even that
another
deep.
day.
And
You're
that's
gonna
kind
wake up
of
tomorrow, you're gonna be like, I'm good.
and that's what it was like. Soon me and him had that little conversation because I told him I didn't want to rap no more, bro. Like COVID came and I had got COVID too around that
Shit.
time. So I got COVID. My grandfather passed. My aunt was in the hospital. So it was like all of this is happening at one time. And then I'm sitting in my room for 14 days, and people don't understand that's really a mental thing. Like
Facts.
you're in one space. It's kind of like being in jail. Like if I went to jail, I'd probably be crazy.
Yeah.
Honestly, because it's like I can't sit in one space. Like I'm a person that gotta move.
He a
Like
busybody.
I really am. Like I can't sit in one spot. So me sitting, it really was a mental thing for me. And I tried to rap. Like most people be like, you should be rapping, you should be writing. I couldn't write because my feelings was, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I lost somebody. Another one is in the hospital real bad, and then I'm like, I don't even know what's gonna happen to me. And I just didn't have a love for it. And I for the longest just hearing them beats, like I had the album beats for the longest, and I just couldn't write nothing. And then I did this song for somebody else because they paid me for a feature before I got sick. And he was like, I really need that verse. I need that verse. So I did it, and I just talked about everything that I had going on, like everything, and that was the verse that brought me back. Besides Woo telling me to get up and do it, like that verse did it too. And then that's when I did Savage Intro, and it was just like this album. I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna dive a little deeper on my problems, like let me see Black a little bit more. And that was the main thing. All of that right there, they made BWO Volume 2.
That's dope. That's
Mhm.
dope. Yo, bless you. And
Appreciate
yeah, man. Like I totally resonate with what you're saying. Like everything that you guys go through with this as an artist, like I feel like almost every artist kind of felt that way besides like just with the COVID part, not with with losing your grandfather, because you know whoever had to deal with that, but like just the whole COVID thing, literally just like there's bands that are not even gigging anymore. Like they're done.
Yeah.
They're over with. Like I'm surprised that my band, I think what saved us is that we dropped a single that ended up hitting 97 countries during the whole COVID thing. So that
Right.
made us want to stay in.
Right.
But God, dude, the depression, the anxiety, you know.
Yeah.
The
I work
people.
at a hospital, so
Oh,
it's like
see, yeah. So you know, you really know. And it's like me and Woo joke about it all the time, but like a cough, sneeze, like I sneeze, I'm like, everybody be like, oh my God.
That
Exactly.
cough gonna break over whatever's going on in the building.
Like no matter what's going on, a cough can single-handedly just make everybody stop and look like.
You ever saw that Wiz Khalifa video where like Wiz Khalifa was chilling with his boys and they were smoking, and then somebody started coughing? He was laughing, but they kept coughing. He was like, "Oh wait, yo, my boy, my man, you gotta leave,
Right.
I remember that
kicked
one.
him out.
Not for real.
And then his boy was there with him. It was like, bro, I came with you. What you say?
I'm sorry, bro.
But it's serious. We don't know. Like, we got this whole Omicron coming around now, and it's the most contagious one. And in the hospital I work at, we got 500 patients. Like, and we got beds like in the hallway. Like, it's bad. Like, yeah. I'm in Connecticut, so you know we colder up here.
Right.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. But you know, like the fact that you able to kept going, that speaks volumes. You know what I mean? And you dropped a fire ass project too because of it. You know what I mean?
Appreciate that. Yeah, and it's one of those ones that it was like at first, I guess people didn't. I know I had sent it out to a lot of people like that I trust and like a couple blogs out here, and they were like, they kind of felt like I feel like Volume 1 was better, you know. Like a lot of people say that. I got that from a lot of people, but I was explaining. Once I explained like the mind frame I was in, they came back around and were like, when you put it like that, you know what I'm saying? It's like look at the perspective of the two. Like the first one, I was kind of like, it was like summertime, like we were good. It was right before COVID.
It was good. We was up for real.
At that point, I was in a competitive state. Like I'm just rapping. Like I'm trying to, you know, show my abilities. This one was more like, bro, we've been through a lot, man.
Yeah.
Last year, no cap.
Like we've been through a lot, man, and I'm just telling y'all what I've been up to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's kind of what it was like. I'm letting y'all know I'm good, but whew.
Right.
Battle right now, bro.
And I love the references that you had throughout, man, with wrestling again. Like it just set a tone. You know what I mean? Like
that's because the producer that produced BWO Volume 2 and Volume 1, he did the whole album. Chuck G, he's over the studio that we record at Danger Room Studios. He got me back watching wrestling because I watched it as a kid growing up. Trust me, I did. I think every kid did at some point. But he was like, rap is like wrestling. And when he told me that, I was like, I get what you're saying, but then I had to actually go back and watch. I'm watching my own. Now I'm watching my own like every day. Just for the simple fact, like go back and look at the old stuff. It's like you find a promotion scheme, marketing, all that stuff. Like all that stuff is in there because that's what they do. They promote. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I got game right in my face and I never knew it. You know what I'm saying?
Ric Flair is highly respected in the rap community. Like even before when he dropped that drill with Migos, like everybody always referenced him all the time.
Yeah.
And The Rock, you see The Rock is rapping now.
Oh yeah, I seen. Yeah,
oh my God.
Yeah, that was something right there. I mean, The Rock can do everything though. The Rock can do everything. I tell people like you know, he's one of those people that I think we give him a pass. Like even if it's not that good, it's like
right.
It's The Rock.
No, I respect it though, because he just
it's The Rock, bro.
You feel me? Like
he does movies, like he.
I feel like everybody should be like that.
Yeah, like trust him.
Not sleep on himself. So
exactly, and that's the thing. That's what I was about to say. He pushed those boundaries because, like, look at most wrestlers, like, you know what I'm saying? They don't do that. Most people stay in their lane, do what they do, and just get money like that. The Rock was able to leave wrestling, do movies, come back to wrestling when he wanted to. Rap now. Look, rap. got a tequila. Like, he just getting money.
And he owns I think he owns XFL right now.
He is one of the owners of the XFL too. So it's like you can't do nothing but respect that. Like,
yeah,
that's he's like we say.
So when you got money, you can do everything you want.
He rich enough to try it, and if he fail, he rich enough to do something else.
No
Yeah,
doubt.
yeah. That's dope. Who do y'all like? So, do you have any wrestlers right now that y'all like in this new era? Like any AEW,
I was about to say, yeah,
WWE?
Woo know. I be telling him about all the heel be. I'll be like, but yeah, I'll be watching AEW. Like that's my new. I mean, I like WWE, but AEW my new favorite because it reminds me of the old WWE.
Yeah.
And mine, I like Kenny Omega. Like he was.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
when I
He's
started
hilarious.
watching, because see, everybody was putting me on because, like I said, I just started back watching. So when I started watching, I was like, I watched him and I was like, bro, I like how you wrestling and all that stuff. Like he be talking, But my all-time favorite wrestler just came back. That's CM Punk.
Oh word.
And
Yeah,
the only
everybody
reason
loves
I
that
really
guy.
like CM Punk is because I liked him back in the day when he was on WWE. But it was just
Yeah.
because like he was cool to me. He intrigued me. You know what I'm saying? And then he can wrestle. So the
Yeah.
new CM Punk, he older, but I'm a fan. But
Yeah.
AEW got my attention right now. Like they different. Like it reminds me, like I said, of that old days I used to watch.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what the fans want. You know what I mean? Fuck the kids. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, but this is
basically,
my show. I can say fuck the kids.
basically, yeah, because WWE is so PG now because they want the kids. It's like I don't want to watch it for the kids. I ain't
Yeah.
got any kids.
They're being too cheesy. I don't got no kids. When I
Yeah,
go there, I want to get drunk and watch somebody get slammed on their neck. Like,
yeah. For real though.
Oh
Like
my God.
damn, mess their back up. Damn.
Yeah.
But nah, that's true. Like that's really why I watch WWE, but it's like it'd be like honestly Roman Reigns. Like I like what they got with him. He the only
oh,
one that
he's
don't.
such a douchebag. Yo, I love it.
And that's why I said he the only one that's not cheesy to me. Like he don't give me no like everybody else just give me it's for the kids vibes, and that's why
Yeah,
I don't watch for the kids. It's not PBS kids.
yeah.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? This ain't Disney Channel. Like
Right, right. It's not Disney Channel. Like you
it's
see on the
not
UFC, people limbs are literally getting
exactly. And
literally
that's what I'm like.
snapped.
I'm like
Like,
I was up there with them, but and then that's why AEW can win because they got like they going back. Women is bloody, dudes is bloody. Like
everybody
everybody
getting fucked up.
Everybody getting hit up with crazy stuff. Somebody had a pizza cutter the other day.
Yeah,
Bro.
that was
Yeah,
crazy.
pizza cutter. You remember I showed you that? Like I was showing because we don't be watching it like that. I showed him.
Bro
I
tried to
said, dude,
take his scalp
he had
off.
the
Like, bro,
pizza
what
cutter.
is
On his
this?
cutter. I said, oh, that was new for me
When
too.
they
'Cause
start doing this in wrestling.
I was like, that was new for me. I was like, I'm messing with it though.
Oh man, what really fucked me up is when I saw Britt Baker, who's the current world women's
Yeah,
champion, versus Thunder Rosa. When Thunder Rosa whooped her ass, but they had tacks, they
yeah, I saw
had
it. Yeah,
tables, they was all bleeding. Like she
yeah.
slammed her on tacks, bro. I'm like, what the
Oh
fuck?
no,
And
bro.
they was all in the back and the shoes,
Yeah,
bro. They can't fake that like that. Like how they say wrestling
yeah,
fake. You can't
yeah.
fake some of that stuff, bro. You got to take some of that.
That's but imagine getting slammed on like a whole
can't.
thing of tacks,
I can't.
yo.
You cannot.
That's crazy.
That's gonna hurt.
I hope
Hey,
them tacks is sanitized, bro. You gonna get
hey,
infected.
but they some tough women for that because, like, as a man, I wouldn't even want to get slammed on no text.
Yeah,
They,
the women's division is just as tough, which is scary. Like I
yeah,
saw that polar blood match, and I was like, Jesus Christ! Like she literally got to have CTE after this. There's no
yeah,
fucking way.
Bruh.
Like
yeah,
what they put each other through, and now this new TBS champion Jade Cardell,
oh
she's
yeah,
like brawling black woman, and just
yeah.
she's like the Undertaker in the ring, just killing everybody. Like.
Not for real. Not for real.
Like sis not playing no games. Like when she beat my girl Thunder Rosa, because I love Thunder Rosa, I was like, damn, I gotta acknowledge her.
Yeah, you do.
Acknowledge her.
Yeah, I think she's my favorite women's wrestler right now for sure.
Yeah, she a beast.
Because I feel like she'll beat you up if you don't say that.
Right? Just reach out and scream and choke you real quick.
That's crazy.
Who does your graphic design, man? Like this shit is fire. Like I'm looking at Chit Chat, the thumbnail on that, and Shorty that's down.
Man,
But
through
that's
the years,
old, boy.
yeah, through the years, man,
That's old.
well, the dude that did Chit Chat, Shorty That's Down, that's the
Yeah.
same artist. He's a dude from Russia. We found him on Fiverr. But
Word.
the other ones, all the most recent ones, have been done in house either by me or Chuck G. Like we try to do everything in house now because we really tapping into our creative bag of
Mm-hmm.
of figuring it out ourselves, being self sufficient. Like Woo's album cover was a picture we took outside his house. Like
Word.
my first album cover, Menace to Society, was a picture Chuck took on his iPhone of me. Like
Mm.
all a lot of these things we're doing in house. Like I'm getting better with just anything on the computer. Like I know I actually do a lot of this stuff on my phone. Like my Instagram, same scenario. Like our pictures are different, everything different, and that's just because it looks cooler, you know. Like
Right.
if it looks appealing to the eye, like how do you do this? You know what I'm saying? Or if you
Right.
eyebrow, like what is this? What am I looking at? Then I feel like you're gonna be more, more like intrigued to look and follow and see what you're looking at. But that was
Right.
definitely one of the things that I always wanted. I like letting other people do it, but when I get the chance to do it or we get to do it together, like as a team, it's like, oh shit, we actually made it happen, and it's cool, and it came out dope, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, it looks dope. Like it catches my attention.
yeah,
I'm about to talk to my band, be like, yo, we gotta get our
uh,
shit up.
everything,
It looks
everything.
nice.
All the covers and all that stuff, like I said, it was done by somebody on the team that we just like we just like we all discussed the vision. All right, this what
Mm-hmm.
the album to look like, this what we want to do, and shit, that's how it happened. We just made it happen like that.
Word. And I found your shit too, Woo. I'm gonna listen to that. I just found it. I'm gonna save it right quick.
Cool.
Yeah, check it out. Yeah, that's dope, man.
My name.
You got a Mercedes, nice.
Something like it's all right.
Do you guys do poetry or you just strictly hip hop artists?
I started out doing poetry actually. That's how
Mm-hmm.
it started for me, and it was just because I was in school one day and somebody said, like, this was like elementary school. Somebody said, girls like poetry. So I used to, oh, it's funny now because it's like somebody said
I
girls.
get you into it.
I promise
That's
you,
all you need to hear.
I went to the library and stole this William Shakespeare book. That same book is right here in my room to this day.
Word.
And that's what got me into it. And honestly, that's what helped me with wordplay because I used to like I always try to say some crazy stuff. Like I'd take a girl name and each letter of her name and write like some like make a little poem out of her name and stuff like that. Like
Oh, nice.
real extra. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like it helped.
I don't
We're
approve.
laughing because Woo shaking his head.
Nah, I don't know if
Don't
it's too,
approve.
but that was in elementary school. I was just I was ahead of my time. I was creative, man. But at the end of the day, like that's what got me started with music, honestly, because it's like I was able to write poems, like and like Wu said, like in church, like that was the thing I did for like our almost any event they had me doing a poem, and some of them I ain't gonna lie to you, some of us on the fly.
Word.
I can freestyle. So a lot of them, I just be up there with a blank phone, just saying what's on my head, and it's just like the standing
Right.
ovations you get. It's just like it's crazy because it's like I might be good at this.
Man, give me that book, man. I might need that book here, man.
Hey, nah, for real. And it's just crazy because it's like that's what started me out. Like understanding what poetry. It was just basically explaining poetry and
Mhm.
and the different forms and how like how you can format it and all that. And me
Yeah.
reading it when I was young, I just like was skimmed through. Like I didn't actually read it until I got older, and I was like, oh, makes sense because it
Yeah,
also
let me
explains.
hold that book real quick.
But it also explains William Shakespeare's methods too. It breaks it down. Like,
Yeah.
gives you different experts from the different stories he wrote and all that. So it was good. It was a good book.
Right. What's interesting about Shakespeare is that he wasn't even popular when he was out. He got
Right.
big later on, so he never even saw his plays on the grand stage ever.
Exactly.
Like,
And
Ain't nobody giving me his flowers.
and honestly, that's usually what happens. Like, I mean, if you look at it, that's what happened with a lot of rappers.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy because it's like sometimes when a rapper dies, that's when their music goes up twice as much, or any singer artist, you know.
Yeah. I get offended when some people just be like, oh well, when they hear about a rap, it like becomes desensitized in a way. When they hear about a hip hop artist gets murdered, they're like, oh well, that's what you get for that street life. Like I heard that a few times, and I get so offended by it. Like it bothers me. I'm like, you don't know what he was dealing with. You know what he went through. You don't know that. Like somebody on Facebook tried to say Young Dolph was a gangster. That's why he died. I'm like, yo, you do know Young Dolph earned his money off of being a bartender, not bartender, a barbershop. Yeah, he was a barber. So I said bartender. Oh, off of being a barbershop guy, like he cut hair. You don't even know that. Like they always dehumanize us because they like, oh, they do this talk about streets, but we're talking about what's going on in the streets. Like you don't like it.
And that's the thing I want to say. So at one point I used to stray away from talking about certain subjects just because, and then I realized like the local anything sometimes don't even have a voice, you know. And it's like if I could tell your story, because I heard Kendrick say that too, and he was like even with his albums, like he give you a perspective, and I forgot what song that was. I think it was "Sing About Me" off that Good Kid, Mad City. And he was giving you a perspective of a girl that was like that seen her brother get shot, the perspective of a girl that was, you know what I'm saying, a prostitute. Like it's just different things, and it's like you gotta look at it like that. Like people always look at it the negative, like. Do we even understand the thought process, like what goes through the head of those kind of people? You know what I'm saying? And it's like if somebody don't tell us or if somebody don't say it, we're not gonna know. But not even just us, the people that don't live in the hood, the people that don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not just gonna say white people because it's not just white people that don't live in the hood. It's black people that don't live in the hood. It's Hispanic people. Like it's the people that are not in these neighborhoods. They not gonna know it's there. They really scared to even go through. You know. Yeah, and like, people all the time. I'm like, I live in Cedar Hill. It's on the outside of Dallas. It's a suburb, right? But at the same time, I've seen the same amount of things just like I seen downtown Dallas. Believe it or not, and that's crazy because there's like, and that's why I said so. If I was to sit here and not speak on certain things, then I'd be robbing the fans, the people, the consumer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Most people say, well, if you're not, I'm not talking about nothing that I physically do because that's incriminating yourself on a record. You know? But I'm telling you the stories of things that you like it's a drug dealer out there that don't want to be a drug dealer no more.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's a girl out there that is, you know, doing what she got to do to sell what she got to sell to get some money out there that don't want to do that no more. It's all that people. It's like, so why would we rob those people that don't have a voice? That song could save somebody's life. Like as you can see, Tupac is on my wall back here.
Yeah.
Brenda's Got a Baby is one of my favorite songs to this day because like that song right there, like if you listen to the song and actually listen to the song and actually listen to the song, you gonna like, damn. That's deep, and that was a real story. Like everybody was like, "Why would you put this kind of song out, Tupac?" Like, remember he got, I don't know if you know, he got really scrutinized about that song.
Yeah,
like on his song. Yeah, and the thing was, he was like, because it was in the news and nobody cared.
Right. Well, Tupac was always that revolutionary, you know.
And that's what I'm saying. So me knowing that, that's why I put Breonna Taylor's "Killers Is Still Walking." You know what I'm saying? That's why I talked about the vaccine. That's why, you know what I'm saying? And it's like people don't understand until you explain it. But it's like, why do I gotta explain it, bro? It should just be understood sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the same thing. So it's like people saying Dolph shouldn't talk about, but that's like you said, that is the world we live in. Him coming, and I'm telling you, him being a barber, he done heard about everything. You know what I'm saying? Because I hear about everything. Like just living outside, like you look outside, you see drugs being sold, you see gang violence, you see all of this. So why not talk about it? Why not let the world aware of it? Because I'm pretty sure Memphis is on the news, but in Dallas, we didn't know what they was doing in Memphis.
Right.
Because I don't
Right.
have Memphis news out here.
Right.
You know, and that's exactly what rappers are. We are people that are, pushing. We're basically like I heard Ice Cube said too, and when they did a classic NWA interview, he was like, we just like we're newscasters reporting live from our cities.
Seriously. Yeah.
On these records. That's how we are. We're
Yeah.
reporting live from our city.
Yeah.
Each one of us.
Do you feel that now this is when we get into the rabbit hole? Because when we talk about capitalism, do you feel that the reason why do you think the mainstream is pushing that narrative too much with capitalizing on artists that only stay in a genre conversation like that? You got Jimmy Iovine, you got all these big like white moguls that own these labels
Right.
that are partnerships with the labels that we fuck with, like Rock Nation and all that stuff like that.
Right.
Do you think that the commodity and the need, because it's supply and demand, so
Right.
is it overshadowing artists that want to talk about more other things, or is it okay? You know what I mean? Like,
I can't say that it does overshadow things because we have artists like J. Cole and they try to speak on things. It's like, but you look at it like this: the J. Coles get called boring every day. Like I sit out here and hear people say J. Cole's boring, but I'm like, if Drake made a song and was talking about social issues, oh wow, have we ever had Drake say something about social issues?
I can't recall. If anybody can find anything, let me know.
That's the thing I'm saying. Like everybody, like J. Cole, I know J. Cole has. I've heard it, and the thing is, it's like, but you're gonna take that backlash for it because at that point, it didn't make me. I didn't want to bump that in my car. I didn't want to bump that in the club. We can't bump that in the club. You know how I just feel like it's a time and place for everything. Like I believe, and that's really why my albums are like that, and that's why me and Woo do music the way we do music. It's like there has to be I feel like there should be some form of a balance because if not, we aiding the exact thing that we don't want to happen. We're like we can't say we want like what we were talking about earlier, justice for all of this. If the main people that we put on these platforms, not even like they scared to do it because they feel like it's gonna affect their check. And that's why rappers like Tupac was different because on his platform, no matter where he at, he gonna say it.
Right.
And I'm like, even if you rap what you rap, but in an interview and stuff you mentioned it, it'd be different.
Right.
But it don't even be
that. Yeah. I mean, you see it now with people that are like even interviewers that interview a lot of hip hop artists that are now speaking out more, like Charlemagne the God and stuff like that. And you're seeing that. You're seeing the culture knows what's going on, but people get too distracted by the commodity. You got these kids like the Island Boys just doing whatever they do. They're not going to last long. They're not going to be those artists like J. Cole that will last long, that will outdo everybody. You know what I mean? You see the craft when you see the craft. You see the fake when you see the fake. Like,
because that Island Boy thing felt like it was just a distraction. It was just they just did something, man. Then they just, like it just, and I'm gonna be real, the distractions, and it's not bad. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing for some people. But TikTok is the distraction, man. They like really, and I like TikTok because I be getting into it, and it's a distraction for me because you just sit there and watch it. But my thing is with musical artists, like it takes away from you being an artist now. Everybody just go viral, so it's like, oh, just make something for TikTok and then we'll see how it goes. Let me do a little dance with it. I'm like, for artists that really want to do music, like me, it's like, do I want to just do something for TikTok or do I just like do I conform to what everybody else doing? Nah, I can't do that. I gotta stick to my guns, and it's like sticking to my guns get me more anything than like even this like at the beginning of this interview, you like rap music, like you like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Album was fire, and I'm like, that didn't have nothing for TikTok on there, honestly. And I know it's like, okay, it take a little bit of a while, but people will hear it, you know? So
yeah. TikTok in the beginning, a lot of artists did like it, but now what you're saying is literally what the last few artists I've spoken to about this. It's becoming too much because now you're looking at your algorithm 24/7. You're trying to see which video is going to go viral. It's stressful. Even with Instagram, I don't even go on TikTok. I use Instagram predominantly for my podcast, and just to I can't put the whole podcast on there, but I give people links so they could go onto the podcast and listen to it. But even with that, it stresses me out because these new things called Rails, where you notice that like you get this many views on this one, you get this many views on this one goes viral, and then you go 2 weeks without going viral. You're just like, what? It kind of bothers you. And it's like, am I carrying to this podcasting craft, or am I doing too much with trying to get it to be seen and not letting it just flow organically?
Yeah, man. Exactly. What happened fast don't last. Slow grind is the best grind.
Right.
Because you finding true people, real people that actually tune in and tap in, and they find something that they correlate with you on, so they can always go back with you and piggyback on whatever it is that you talk about, whatever it is that you're about, and they're gonna resonate with that.
Yeah. It basically just shows you that you think you're building a fan base, but you're not really. Your real fan base is when you get interaction and engagement, not even just on a level on social media, but on a level where people are actually reaching out to you. Like, bro, I really appreciate you making a segment about this or making a song about this. Like, that's how you know you making an impact. You know what I mean? And they are always switching their algorithms, people. So it's not, you never keep up with them. You can never keep up. And it's a small club, and you're probably not in it. I was talking to Fajr and Ali. They are Muslim artists. One's Palestinian, the other one is South Asian. And she made a song about this called "I'm Fine," to just bring awareness about how it affects your mental health. Especially our kids. Our kids are definitely like affected by this. They get a dopamines off of just getting a like. They're like, oh my God, somebody actually noticed me. And like, that's why I agree with China when they said we gotta get them a curfew. They can't fucking be on social media at a certain amount of time. And they're talking about doing that here too, without trying to say, oh, we agree with China. But it's like the kids they're gonna be on it at like 4 a.m., 3 a.m., all this stuff. And if you don't like that, you have to do something. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta do something. I didn't have this when I was their age. You know what I mean? I'm almost 30, so it was just coming up. We had MySpace. That's it. Shout out to Tom. Tom was the GOAT, yo.
Computer.
Yeah.
Tom was the GOAT. The one was really arguing like that on MySpace. You know what I mean? Like, you see anybody argue like the way people argue on Facebook and Twitter and shit like that on MySpace?
Twitter, bro. Twitter is annoying. But I love Twitter, bro.
Wait, what?
I said Twitter is annoying, but I love Twitter, bro, because it got so much going on.
Yeah.
It's like the news for me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Twitter's crazy.
You find out more stuff on Twitter than anything.
Yeah.
Like if you want to find out something fast, I don't even go on the internet no more. I just go to Twitter.
Yeah.
But be like, who won the game? Hold on, I'm finna check this Twitter real quick.
Whenever something major happens, you just like go to Twitter. It's
Twitter,
trending.
bro.
It's trending. It's like, why is this trending? It's trending. Like everything's like whatever happens like major that day. Trust me, go to Twitter. And it's gonna be trending. All you gotta do, click on it. It's gonna be 1 million people talking about it.
Twitter, bro. They said, no, you can go.
Oh, I was gonna say the dude that used to be a part of Twitter, Dorsey, he's now making another Twitter where no one's gonna get banned on.
Oh my God.
It's not gonna be called Twitter though. It's gonna be called something else, but it's the same thing basically.
I might have to tap in.
He's
because Twitter's so soft now. Like Twitter's so soft.
Yeah, it kind of is. I get into arguments over nothing. Like I'll say something nice about somebody, and they're just like, "Oh, you're dysophobic,"
project.
and I'm like, "What?"
Like I said, Twitter's annoying. It's annoying, bro. Like, leave me alone.
It's like that's where all the haters be, man.
Nah, they said Instagram is for celebrities and Twitter is for the people in the hood.
The ignorant motherfuckers.
Mhm.
That makes sense. My Bridgeport ass. Yo, man. Oh, it's 50. We're at the almost the hour mark, so I gotta wrap this up. Unfortunately, I would love to have y'all to come back on, man. Especially when I listen to your project, I would love to have you back on and talk to you about it. Woo.
For sure. Yes, sir, for sure.
Because I'm definitely excited. I love connecting with artists all the time and stuff, like just building this little network community, like talk to people from all over the world, honestly, at this point. And like we literally have the same, no matter what genre, too. There's so much we have in common, like as artists from all types of genres. So much that we have in common as artists that we don't realize that we have. Like we're too busy, like, oh well, that's their music, so I'm gonna stay over there and shit like that. We're too tribalistic right now.
Right.
We need to like mesh more. We need to mesh more, especially Black people. We created half the majority the popular music that's in the United States. You know, like we gave them sounds, like. So this is dope.
And then just a little side note, me and Woo actually we formed a group as well. Like so we got Underrated. That's of course we got Underrated Records, that's what we're under, but our group is called Underrated. And we're gonna be dropping a project this year. So so we definitely
Fire beat.
Yeah, and we already been working on it, so yeah, we it's gonna be pretty good. So we definitely would love to come back and probably get you some exclusives one of these times. Let you hear.
Oh yeah, definitely. That sounds freaking dope. I am down for that. Like you got my email. That's my main email right there. Like I'm down for that. You know what I mean? I have I'm gonna have this out. Actually, this is what I'm supposed to talk about while we're not recording, but I already said it. So I have this out in February. That's a good amount of time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we're perfect. Black People Month. Woo.
Yes, sir.
Yo, by the way, a lot of people don't know that Irish people have a History Month in March, and that's been like that for years. They always say why Black people gotta always have something. Like Native Americans got a History Month, Latinos got a History Month.
I seen it. So like I'm not trying to be funny when I say this. So like it's like with St. Patrick's Day, it's all in the same.
It's kind of weird with that. Like, Patrick was a colonizer, but all right.
That's why oh my god! But they be trying to like celebrate with the. I was like, yeah, this is. That's why I was like, what? How they work that in there? But cool.
Yeah, right. I'm cool with it.
However y'all want it.
Yeah, right. All right. I'm gonna let y'all go. Where can they find you, Woo, and where they can find you, Blaq?
You can find me on Instagram at the Marcus Nelson Jr. You can find me on Twitter at Marcus_Tyrone.
Okay.
My name is Woo WOO. You can find my debut album on all platforms. My name Woo.
My name is Blaq, of course. And I'm on all platforms streaming. I mean, on all streaming platforms under Blaq BLAQ. I got a couple projects. My latest one is VWO Volume 2, Blaq at the Beach. My social media handles for all social media is at whereisblaq. So that's it for me, man.
Maybe I need to get mine together. Change my name or something.
You got time.
I'll tell you.
Get a whole nother profile.
Word. That's what I do. Make a profile for anything. Profile for the cats. Profile for anything.
No, for real.
So I want to thank you two for coming on, gentlemen, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day down there in Texas. And we signing out. Everybody have a very good day, everyone.
Collectively transforming community, peace in our human family, volume of unity, divine light shining individually, collectively transforming community, peace in our human family.
As above, so below. Feel the pain in my soul. The red pill dissolved. Organized, no matter the cost. Politicians starts wars, they don't fight, they sit the poor. And nothing lasts forever as long as we stay together. Give hell to the masses. Watch the unity rapture. This is for the kids and the culture. It's one love, one growth, one light.